So in the second tutorial, what we will do is to learn how to hold the flute, the Carnatic flute, and also the how to make the Sapt Swaras sound, sa re ga ma pa dha ni sa. So how to hold the flute. So the first things to see is to hold it in a cross fingering technique. So the first three fingering holes are pressed by your left hand, while the next four holes are closed by the right hand. So I'll first show you how to hold it from the left hand, the first three holes. So you make sure your thumb is below the second hole, and the index finger starts from here, closes the first, the second, and the ring finger closes the third. The little finger is not used. It's closed in such a way, it's pressed in such a way that you can move around your fingers pretty easily, like you can see here. And with your right hand, you the first joint here that you see on your little finger and the index finger, you place it on the fourth hole and the seventh hole, and then these two close this way. It's not pressing it through the fingertips, it's holding it like this. So this is how you hold your flute to make the sound. So just practice holding the flute and making the sound now. So hold the flute without closing anything, I would say. And making the sound. So if you close the first two holes, it produces the sound sa. So you can press the first two holes, close the first two holes, and produce this sound. Or you could just leave it empty and just hold it this way and produce a sound as well. So in the previous tutorial you were making the sound holding it this way, but now you can make the sound in this way. So hold the flute, and now what we shall do is learn the Sapt Swaras. So if you are able to see my screen, sa re ga ma pa dha ni, the Sapt Swaras of music. So how to hold that? So the black ones are the black hole are where you have to close the hole, while the transparent one means the hole is open. So to make the sound sa, what you need to do is you need to close the first two holes, and the I would call these last three because this is never used. So first two and the last three, which is, or let's say first two and the whole number 5, 6, 7 with your right hand. So this produces sound sa, and if you leave just your remove the first, the middle finger, it produces the sound re. So like this. So sa, and if you remove the other finger too from your right hand, all three fingers removed, ga. So try to make these first three sounds, which is so sa re ga, the first three, and ma is little bit tougher, where you have to just leave the first hole and hold all the rest of the six holes. So all holes using your right hand is closed, and then only index finger of left hand is what is not pressing any hole. Other than that, everything is closing a hole. So this is ma, and per first five holes closed. So this here, it will start getting difficult. If you observe what happens is that the same, if you observe what happens is that when you hold the flute and on pa and make sounds, it produces two different sounds. this is one, this is the other one. So what is happening is that it's producing the sounds in two different octaves here. So the swara remains the same, it's pa, but based on the velocity in which you blow air, the octave changes, the pitch changes, and it produces two different sounds. So when you blow it slowly, when you blow it very slowly, you get this sound, the lower octave pa. When you blow it very fast through the air, lower octave. So this is higher octave when you blow it fast. So getting this will be very tough, because when you play it at the start, sa re ga ma pa da ni sa, you would not get the right sound. You would be shifting between the two octaves. There's the lower and the upper octave of pa, and da ni as well. So this happens for pa, da, ni, sometimes for ma as well, but not for the first three notes here, sa re ga. But for pa, da, ni, you will have this problem. So keep practicing by blowing through the hole on a higher velocity, and continuously play sa re ga ma pa da ni sa, and you will get it. You will get it this way. So when you are able to do this, it's good. You will get it in a day or two. Keep practicing this for a couple of days, and you will see that you start blowing through the hole faster, and it produces the right sound. So make a note of these swaras here. I can play it once more on a bigger screen. Hold, and to show you how to hold. So let's hold this way. And of course, the flute is a little bit slanted so that it produces a good sound. Other thing that you will notice is that you can hold sa in different ways. If you just press these first two, close these first two holes, it's enough. It produces the same sound. And also when you press the last three holes, like I've shown in the image here, it produces the same sound. So it depends on you on how you want to hold it. I prefer holding it this way. Whereas some other places I also saw holding sa just with the first with the left hand on the first two fingers, first two holes. So it would create the same sound if you see. And if I press this, and if I close the last three holes, it produces the same sound. So explore your flute on how you want to hold it. These are the notes that I'm going to. This is the way in which I will be following, because I found that to be easier. But when you check on internet on how to hold flute for different notes, you will find it different ways of holding that. So see what works well for you, and maybe use that for holding the flute. So in the next tutorial, what we will learn is probably how to make these seven Sapt Swaras sound, and try making it increasing the pace of it. So start with the clarity of the sounds depends on how you close the holes. If there is a space remaining, the sound is not clear. In fact, in my case, I feel the sound is not clear because of that reason. So more you practice, the sound becomes more and more clear. Cool. So let's see what's there in the next tutorial. See you all.